Man, you ever see someone's whole world come crashing down in a single moment? Picture this: a courtroom in downtown Carsonville, Tennessee, sunlight streaming through dusty windows, and Detective James Harlan, this big-shot cop, thinking he's untouchable, struts in like he owns the place. Then Bam snaps, screaming at Judge Sarah Coleman, "You don't belong on that bench," before kicking her square in the gut, right there in front of everybody. That kick wasn't just an assault, it was the spark that lit up a firestorm, exposing a dirty cop's lies, a murdered kid, and a whole system rotten to the core. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's rewind. Carsonville's a small town, tight-knit, but with an ugly underbelly, especially if you're black and young, like 15-year-old Tiana Brooks. Tiana's the kind of kid who'd make any parent proud. Straight-A student, volunteers at the community center, always got a smile that lights up a room. But to Harlan, she was just another troublemaker to pin a rap on. He arrested her for disorderly conduct at a bus stop. Can you believe that? Said she was acting aggressive because she dared look him in the eye when he rolled up, demanding she scatter with her friends. Tiana's mom, LaToya, sitting there in court, clutching Tiana's honor roll certificates like a lifeline, knew this wasn't about justice. It was personal. Harlan had a vendetta, not just against Tiana, but against kids like her, black kids who refused to bow down. See, Judge Coleman wasn't new to this game. At 50, with decades on the bench, she'd seen guys like Harlan before, cops who thought their badge was a free pass to play God. For months, she'd been quietly digging, piecing together a puzzle of Harlan's arrests. Every case was the same: black teens, vague charges, reports that read like they were copied and pasted. And one name kept haunting her: Jaden Carter, a 16-year-old shot dead by Harlan 2 years back, called a threat in the official report. Coleman had a gut feeling that case was dirty, and when she got her hands on Harlan's original notes slipped to her by a whistleblower in the precinct, she knew she had him. So there's Harlan, sitting in the witness chair, all smug, thinking he's got this in the bag. Coleman starts slow, voice calm but sharp, like a blade you don't see coming. "Detective, why'd you arrest Tiana?" she asks. Harlan leans back, smirking. She was defiant. "Your Honor." Won't lower her eyes. "Got all uppity when I told her to move." The room goes quiet, folks shifting in their seats, feeling the weight of his words. Coleman doesn't blink. "So, you arrested a kid for looking at you?" she presses, and you can see Harlan's face twitch, like he knows he stepped in it, but can't back out. "It's about respect," he snaps. "These kids need to learn their place." That's when it gets wild. Coleman pulls out a bombshell: Jaden Carter's original report, where Harlan wrote, "Subject was retreating, no weapon visible." Not the armed suspect story he sold to the review board. Then she plays the body cam footage, grainy, but clear as day. Jaden, hands up, begging, "Please, I'm just going home," before Harlan guns him down. The courtroom gasps. Tiana's mom lets out a sob, and Harlan's sweating now, his cool guy act crumbling. "That's out of context," he yells, but Coleman's not done. She plays a recording: Harlan and his boss, Captain Reynolds, laughing over beers about teaching those punks a lesson. Harlan's voice, slurred but cocky, says, "Jaden's death sent a message, keeps the rest in line." You could feel the air shift, like a storm rolling in. Harlan's done for, and he knows it. That's when he loses it, stands up, face red, spitting venom. "You people always make it about race," he screams at Coleman, pointing like she's the criminal. "You're protecting thugs, not victims." Coleman stands her ground, voice steady. "Detective, this is about a kid you murdered because you didn't like how he walked." That's when Harlan snaps, charges the bench, and lands that kick, thinking he can bully his way out. Big mistake. FBI agents storm in, cuffs out, and Agent Laura Miles slaps him with charges: murder, conspiracy, assault on a judge. Harlan's face goes ghost white as they drag him down, still yelling. This is a setup. Here's where it gets bigger than one man. Turns out, Harlan wasn't just a bad apple, he was part of a whole rotten orchard. The feds raid 3 precincts, snag computers, and find emails where Reynolds and others coached Harlan on faking reports. They even paid him bonuses $150,000 from shady security firms for racking up arrests in black neighborhoods. Jaden's mom, Vanessa Carter, had been fighting for years, saving every scrap of evidence the cops lost. Her courage, plus Coleman's grit, and Tiana's quiet strength cracked the system wide open. By the end, Harlan got life, Reynolds got 40 years, and 15 other officers went down. Carsonville's police got a federal overhaul, new rules, body cams on lock, community boards to keep them honest. 2 years later, I'm standing outside the courthouse, where they've planted a garden for Jadon roses blooming bright, a place for healing. Tiana's off to college, studying law, ready to fight for kids like her. Vanessa runs a foundation now, helping families take on crooked cops. And Coleman? She's still on that bench, a quiet hero who took a hit but never backed down. This whole thing started with one cop thinking he was untouchable, but it ended with a community saying, enough. What hits you hardest about this? Was it Harlan's arrogance, Coleman's courage, or Tiana's strength? Drop it in the comments. Let's talk about what justice really means when the system's stacked against you.